Hello viewers, hope you're having a great weekend. We are back here with another exciting show for you. Today we start our day by talking to a gentleman who needs no introduction in the Bay Area. He's a comedian.
Samson.
And you got a chance to talk to him,
yes,
right?
Yes, and he's an all-around funny guy. He is a nice guy, and you know something about his background.
Yeah, he's the only American, Indian, Jewish comedian in the world.
That's right, but he's also an engineer.
And he's funny too.
He is.
Hey, how you doing, Samson?
I am doing great. This has been a great event so far.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that as an engineer, you used to work like right across the street from here.
I actually did. I never noticed this place. This is beautiful.
Yes, and so how do you like the event so far?
Great. You have models. It's always going to be good.
That's right. And how do you, like, we're about 10 or 15 minutes before you go up right now.
Correct.
Are you all set with your material? You know what you're going to do?
Pretty much. I am what I like to call myself ever ready.
Oh, like a battery, huh? Ever ready?
Battery.
Now, do you actually take a look and see how the evening's going, who's here when you decide your material, or do you already kind of have it thought up in the beginning?
I kind of have a general idea of what I want to do because I know the event, but then I will definitely look around what's happening and certainly pick a few things from the event now. So I might be actually talking about some things that happened out here.
Well, that sounds like fun. Hopefully, I don't want to be part of the jokes, okay? I'll talk to you about that after if I can be avoided.
Okay.
No, hey, quickly then, when you are deciding material, let's say, you know, you're not looking at the event, what makes you tick? What makes Samson tick?
You know, one of the questions I get often is, how did I get started in comedy?
That's the one.
And my simple answer to that is, growing up all my life, I used to hear about how smart people are. And as I grew up and I realized how smart they really are, I figured I got to open my mouth. So that's what drives me. We look around, we see things happen, there's silliness in the world, there's some things which are not right, and we just observe and commentate on it.
Okay, and so it's basically observations.
A lot of it is observations, a lot of it is also personal opinions and stories. So something that I face as a first-generation immigrant in America, I talk about that a lot. So you'll hear a lot about that today.
Okay, so that looks great. And then what about future plans for Samson? Where can we see Samson?
I run my own shows every week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Oakland. I also have a new show that I do once a month in San Francisco called The Minority Stand Up, where I do a whole hour. So if you guys want to check a show out, that's the one to do.
All right, well, we'll be looking forward to seeing you in a few minutes. It looks like the music's already starting and the party's going.
Let's get the party started.
All right, that's a party with Samson. Check him out.
And you know, so growing up in Bombay, you know, I was always told, and you might have heard this too, that Bombay is just like New York. Yeah. Right? That's what they say. Bombay, just like New York. So I went to New York. Not really. Because you know, New York is a city that never sleeps. Bombay is a city that never lets you sleep. Thank you. But they say New York is 24/7. I think Bombay is 48/14. And again, that's the joke that only works in a room full of Indians. Because if I tell that out in the clubs, people are like, whoa, 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 fractions, slow down, dude. That's why I love this. And then over here in America, I hear people always complain about how crowded New York is. Everyone always like, oh, New York is so crowded. It's so crowded. Really, look, Bombay is 1/4 the size of New York and has twice the population. Right? I told that to one of my friends here, and he's like, wow. What's that, like 2 people per square foot? And I was like, no. It's more like 2 people on each of your foot. When no one is stepping on your toes, you have personal space. Right? I'm surprised MySpace is not more popular in Bombay. You know, my friend comes over, hey, I got MySpace. Good for you, buddy. That's the only space you'll ever get. Here's another thing I've also noticed. Every city is kind of weird in its own way, right? I'll start with my own hometown. I was in Bombay, we were driving, and while we were driving, on the side of the road, we saw a big billboard advertisement for Emirates, the Middle Eastern airline. And the advertisement reads, Emirates, we now fly non-stop from Hong Kong to Dubai. Why is that sign in Bombay? Huh? What are the people of Bombay supposed to do? Wave at them, hello! Thank you for flying long in my space. Now that I live in I don't know if you guys know this about San Francisco. Here's a little secret about the city, alright? When I moved in, I found out everyone in San Francisco pays extra money to get an apartment with a view. So we have apartments in the downtown where people pay extra to get a view of the Twin Peaks. And up on Twin Peaks, people pay extra to get a view of the downtown. Yeah, so basically everyone in San Francisco is paying extra money, sitting in their living rooms, staring at each other.
Well, do you believe in the power of changing the world through innovation and great ideas? Well, I do. So when we come back, we are going to take you to TEDxSanJose. Don't go anywhere. You're making these jackets for homeless people. That's such a nice thought. How did this idea come about?
Well, it came about from a school project. I go to College for Creative Studies in Detroit, Michigan, and I was studying product design. I just graduated back in December, and it was a school project. And I didn't know where to start. You know, most of my needs were being met. I had ramen and a roof over my head, living with my grandparents, completely broke. And it was pretty prevalent in Detroit. You know, we have 64,000 abandoned buildings, and we have an estimated like 20,000 people on the streets that are homeless, with an estimated 36 to 40 that we cannot see. And it was that really inspired the project. It was so hidden, but you could see it popping up in like a playground that had become someone's home, you know, because there's not enough shelters and there's no mental health facilities in Detroit. So it was the combination of that created a very unique scenario that you would have to be blind not to really see.
Well, was there a turning point? Was there an incident or a moment that actually triggered this whole idea?
There was two really crucial ones. The one that started the coat was when I was walking around the street and there's a shelter, and then 20 feet away is this playground covered in clothes that became someone's home. A week later, it was tore down in a turf fight and burned to the ground. And it was that question of, why would you risk yourself? Why would you build a home for yourself when somebody 20 yards away is offering it to you for free? And I realized through spending a lot of time in that shelter that it was because of pride, what motivates all of us. It's, you know, I want to take care of myself. I want to be self-sustaining. I want to be independent. And then that really inspired the coat, was I'm designing for an emotional need, not a physical one. I want to give something that gives somebody a little bit of independence. And then, you know, months later after that was developed, a woman from the same shelter started yelling at me. You know, she's been homeless for a while, and she was just screaming at me. She says, your coat doesn't matter, jobs matter. And that was a huge turning point, was because that was when I was realized I'm not going to be locking myself in the basement sewing these coats. You know, I'm a horrible seamstress, horrible, and I wouldn't give my coats away for free to anybody. And so I began to hire previously homeless women that were in shelters, and that's when the big turning point happened.
So can you believe it? We are here with the Green Ninja, Kevin and Eugene. Eugene, tell me, what is Green Ninja? I don't know anything about it.
Oh, you haven't heard? Well,
no.
The Green Ninja is a climate action superhero working to...
Climate action superhero. Sounds really a mouthful, but must be something awesome.
It's pretty awesome. So we're trying to inspire young people to get interested in climate change and then give them the tools to do something about it. So we have a healthier, cleaner future for us and for our future children.
So what is the big idea over here? Green world, ninjas, how do they collide?
So the big idea is that we want to educate people, but in a fun way and positive spirit and with great super action hero and fun, just like Kevin here. So we want to really engage young people and get them interested in the subject and then give them the tools and opportunity to actually engage in their community and do something and make the planet healthier. Because if we don't do something, our future is going to be severely compromised.
So what are the steps that you take? What do you exactly do? How do you teach young kids to be green?
Well, we make animated films and live action films. So Kevin's one of the actors. He plays the Green Ninja in some of our films. These are posted on YouTube, and they're kind of funny and humorous and whimsical, but they also have a science message, and they have data and numbers underneath them. So we make these films, and then teachers use them in their classroom. We help develop lesson plans to go along with that. And then we make games, and we do other things online in terms of Facebook and stuff to make it fun. I mean, if I was just to tell you about all the bad news about the world, you may not feel engaged to do something. So we're trying to give students an opportunity to get engaged in this issue and to make a difference.
Talking to Anshu, who's all of 18 years and already designed a game to learn chemistry through games. How did this idea come about?
So it started off when I was younger, and I really used to love playing games. And I realized that both games and learning have kind of almost become two separate worlds, and whether there's a way for us to kind of mash them together. So in the Elemento game, we give personalities to different elements. So your oxygen becomes like an oxygen life giver, or your sodium becomes the dragon. So you can essentially learn about chemistry through stories and games and adventures, a way to get kids excited about science.
How brilliant! So you're mixing the world of game with the world of education, and you're combining and all of that.
And everything, yeah.
And how are you reaching out to kids?
So right now it's just been spreading through word of mouth. Our first round of, we had a first round of 5,000 games which sold out last summer, and now I'm working on the next version. And the cool part actually is like, so today at TEDx, or tomorrow at TEDx, we'll be launching the beta version of the Elemento app, which will be on the App Store. So now it's easier for it to get to more people and for more kids and more communities.
Explain to me the game. This sounds really exciting to me. I have a teenager son at home, and I can't wait to tell him what it is all about.
Sure, so the game essentially works in the sense that you can use these elements, combine them to make compounds, and have them do certain things in the game based off of their chemical properties. So for example, your oxygen can actually rust metals in the Elemento game, or your helium, because of its light weight, can take cards and move it forward. On the actual Elemento app, it's based around exploring the different elements through illustrations and stories, and then you can also create cards of your own, and then slowly start to build your own periodic table.
You're a fashionable person.
You don't expect any payment for this, right?
No. Come on.
Okay.
When have I ever done that? I mean,
then I'll take it as a compliment.
I mean, you're always glamorous. You're always changing your clothes, all the good segments. You're always looking your best. What's the secret?
Hey, I'm a woman.
I know.
I explore fashion. I can't live without fashion.
But I mean,
and talk to my stylist. I'm going to give you her number. But when we come back, we're going to hop into some trends, wedding gowns, wedding dresses, party wear. And you're going to just totally love it. So now we have Shanti. Shanti, I've seen you in parties and you pretty much set the trend everywhere. I'm looking for you. What is she wearing? Now tell me, what is this? This is a beautiful outfit.
You know, she is a fashionista. I love her. From anything from the studio, whatever she wears, it becomes absolutely grand. So the outfit that Shanti is wearing today, first of all, the blouse has a beautiful neckline, mixture of net and silk, which is so different, you know, the way the net and the silk is mixed. The sari is a beautiful purple, which is with the stonework, with the Zardorji work, and with the entire sari sequenced. So which is really making it very grand. You know.
Now tell me this, I mean, does this feel very heavy or it falls very well?
It falls very well. It's not very heavy. And I think if you are familiar with saris, I think it's wearable, very wearable.
So now we have Desiree. I see you're wearing a beautiful red booty work. Now, Komal, you have to tell me what this dress is all about.
So, Ina, this dress is all about a red color, which is a bridal color. It is with the Zardozi work, which is a very prominent work of India. Zardozi is always, as you see, with the stonework going on, and it is done on silk, which makes it very formal, which makes it a bridal wear.
Okay, this is a very traditional bridal wear. I see this all the time, right? This style has never gone out of fashion. And this is called the Zardozi on silk bridal work. The red color is the color most people would pick. So does that mean this is one of your key pieces?
Yes. Nowadays, brides are definitely experimenting with different colors, like the greens and the maroons and the purples and, different colors. But yes, red is red.
Alicia, you look gorgeous. Just ready to get married to an Indian guy. Do you have one in mind? Can we call him?
Sure. Give him a call.
Let's just call someone and say, we have a bride for you.
Okay.
Now, explain this to me. This is a very unusual color combination. I mean, it has mostly the green and the pink and the blue in it. So, is this a trend now?
Yes, nowadays, as I told you, brides are experimenting and they are doing different colors. Different colors is in for the season, where they are mixing hot pink with the light pink, with the bluish tones. The sleeves are matching, but the body of the blouse is a different, which is totally going with the lehenga color, but the blue is really bringing a contrast. So this is really in Aina and it is done on velvet. So that's me.
Well, I see the velvet bottom here. That's very pretty, and the work comes out because the shine kind of throws the rest of the work out. This dupatta is very pretty. You look lovely. So we have Parul here, who never wants to get married, but you'll make a beautiful bride. I can see that here. And this again is a very unusual combination with the gold and the pink and the beautiful work on the lehenga. Now explain this.
Absolutely, Ina. This is a brocade lehenga. So brocade is again a very rich fabric. Brocade silk is really in to get it done, for the bride specially. And again, paired up with the net dupatta, mixture of colors, where there is a brocade lehenga, which is a red color, which is, again, if you see, there is a mixture of colors in the lehenga. And there is a shading going from the yellowish tone to the reddish tone. The net dupatta is mixture of colors also, which is a hot pink with the the pink, the baby pink. The blouse is very different. They have just matched a gold with the red color, which is a very significant bridal piece.
So we saw what the brides are wearing these days. What if you're not a bride? You just want to attend a wedding. Let's find out what the trends are from Komal. Komal, these two saris look fabulous. They are kind of similar color, but yet such a different look. Explain this to me.
So if you see, Ina, they are definitely similar colors, but the whole style is very different. This is very traditional. The look of it is very traditional, definitely with a lot of colors. And the look of that piece is very contemporary, with the beadwork, with, the flower work, which has so much of beads, and there is a shading in the sari. So that's what is making it so different.
Now I see the blouse also. Look at this blouse, a very traditional sari with a very traditional blouse. She's not done a neck piece because it's got a lot of booties in there. Jewelry in the ear, very, very pretty earrings. Turn around and let me see how you look at the back. Oh my God, I love the blouse. Look at this. These are in, right? I mean, these, yes. What do you call them? Balls hanging?
We call them gunjaris.
Okay, gunjaris. Okay. These gunjaris look very pretty, and that brings out the rest of the color, the pink and the gold. Amazing. I just love it. Now, a lot of us are going out of habit of wearing sari, and sari, I believe, is a kind of a habit that you develop and then you want to wear the sari all the time. But a lot of us haven't worn it for years, and we want to graduate or maybe undergraduate to something different, something salwarish, something patiala, something more simple, because we're walking around a lot and, trying to be free. Have the freedom and not have that thing wrapped around you. So this looks very, very gorgeous, very subtle yet very classy. What piece is this?
This is a piece where again what is really in the trend is a lot of colors. But the most exciting thing about this piece is it is with a very different kind of sleeves. It is with the net sleeves, which makes, and which gives a very sheer look to the piece. And a very, very, amazing and a chic look. Wherein if you see the suit, it is also a brocade piece with the different brocade putties, which is very interesting. And even the brocade which is on the top is a very shiny and, a different kind of a brocade altogether. But overall, the piece is gorgeous because it has so many colors into it.
Now, this is a very traditional piece, and she's looking so beautiful in it. The color combination is absolutely stunning. Explain that to me.
This is also another kind of a brocade, something different from that. The brocade is different. It's done with, again, a Zardozi work in the center of the, the entire work that you see on the neck. It is also done with a lot of stone work, which is of different colors, and also like a Swarovski work, which is, done in the flowers that you see towards the end. Again, the purple is mixed with the yellow, again to give that color thing. And it is a very traditional kind of a piece with the salwar and with the dupatta, which is very, very traditional.
Now tell me how this dress was imagined.
So, this dress is very different. If you see, it is a suit, but it is with the sherwani kind of a style, where they have given a very lighter tone to the slip, to the suit inside, which comes with the pants, and then they've given a very deadly color, I would say, which is a red, with the entire coil work. So, the work that you see in between, the flower work, it's called a very special coil work, which they do it. It definitely takes about 3 to 4 months to do that work. That makes this jacket absolutely very special.
And what I like about this is it brings out the white from inside, which also connects with these coil work, like you say, and the shine is not that much, but it gives a very elegant, classy party wear look, right?
Absolutely. It is a dull kind of the work, but it has enough oomph, which really brings out the whole outfit.
Now that sari is very, very pretty. Look at that, the black and the net, and it must be so light and comfortable to wear also. And I absolutely love the blouse. Tell me more about this.
This is a very interesting piece, If you see, definitely the colors are regular. It is a tomato red and a black color. But if I really explained it to you, the blouse has a lining underneath, which is a printed lining, which is more like an animal print kind of grounds. Also, the petticoat, the skirt that we wear under the sari is the same animal print concept.
Well, we hope you liked our show as much as we loved putting it together for you. Keep sending in your 2 cents as always and what you'd like to see in our segments from here on out. You can always email us at info@womennow.tv and be sure to like us on Facebook. It really helps.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our comedy. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Till then, stay healthy, be fashionable and look fabulous. The most important thing to remember is that in addition to wearing all the greatest clothes and the greatest shoes, you've got to have a good spirit on the inside. That's what's really going to make you look like you're ready to rock the world. We'll see you then. Take care.